they will find your path and you will know what to do next.
Turbulence.
Do you hear me? They demeanors is changing, they all reary. 6-figure in the thuggin', no security. I don't need a goon, blue hunters gon' secure me. The Indians can't stand me clearly. I had a talk with my auntie, I see it clearly. What you know about a big jumping 160 coupe doing a $150 stabbing no $150? How can they get to say they rich and never touch 50? Hope they don't wait until I'm dead to say they up with me. Baby mama gotta eat shit, kids gotta eat it. Shout out to the connect, he keep me on my feet. Fresh off the beat, $1,000 shoes on my feet. I'm off the.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is RJ Watkins. You can watch us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Reach the right customer at the right time in the moment. They're just a click away. With enhanced digital marketing concepts, grow your business all within your budget. Get access to millions of internet users online by choosing keywords, target demographics with creative ads. Pay-per-click advertising can increase the amount of business for you. Doctors, dentists, you need clients. Retail owners, you need customers. Enhanced digital marketing concept is your destination. 734-623-9161. 734-623-9161. eDigitalMarketingConcept.com is just a click away. Your destination is just a click away. Enhanced digital marketing concept is your destination.
I am exoneree Aaron Salter and CEO of Innocence Maintained. Please join me in helping to end all wrongful convictions and please donate.
Innocent Maintained is a 501c3 designed to help in the exoneration process through housing support, ID, EBT, health insurance, counseling, and financial literacy. Donations can be sent to Cash App $Innocent Maintained, innocentmaintained.org, PayPal. Make all checks payable to Innocent Maintained.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Claudine Jackson. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion.
Hello, Detroit, Chicago, my people down in Atlanta. I can't forget that Tess Carson called me all the way from New York, got in contact with me today because they're doing things out there. If you don't know, you should know. You watch United Gospel Explosion TV, the good news TV show. You say, well, when you going to start preaching? No, we're demonstrating. This is a demonstration of goodwill show. This is everyone in the community that's trying to rise up and do something positive. I want to bring your face into place. Which brings me to this special moment, destiny, that this month is our entrepreneurship month, and I just love it. I just love it. I got to talk about some very important things with you today, and before I do, I'm going to open up to a young entrepreneur I say not, a queen entrepreneur that's been part of our show a long time. I decided to bring her in just for this special event. And the fabulous supermodel, Miss Rhonda Clark. Hey! Hey. Rhonda always smooth. Like, hey,
good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
Rhonda's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
Yeah, and I always get her like last minute and stuff, not because of not wanting to plan, but I know she's always ready. And you know, when you're ready, opportunities come to you.
That's right. You got to be ready.
You know, if you know a person's ready, opportunities will come. And that's one of the first things I want to say about business and getting you going in your own business. So call somebody. I hope they do this. And I'm going to move my mic over. I want you to hear everything. Bam. I hope they would call someone.
Okay.
That have a mindset of independence.
Yeah.
Sometimes that stubborn child.
Yeah.
It's because he already has something in him.
Okay.
And it has to come out. And he really doesn't want to walk in anyone else's walk. But, of course, you have to give him the guidelines. But, you know, other races encourage their child's independence.
They do.
And sometimes we want to beat it out of, you know.
No, because we don't want them or they don't want us.
Are you talking
to
back?
Experience something that might hurt us.
Did you ever hear that expression? Are you talking back?
Absolutely.
When you came up?
I got in trouble a lot.
Did you hear? My mom had a backhand.
My dad.
She didn't have to move much. What?
My mama would look at us, you know.
And she could give you a look.
She'd give you a look. And so she was so sweet. She didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But my dad, all she had to do was say, "I'm telling you, Dad."
Yeah, oh.
And that was it. I would
Chill
cry.
run up your spine.
Right, chill run up your spine. It was like, when he coming home?
Oh, well, right.
Okay.
Well, listen, we're going to have fun today, but I just want to let you know this is a serious month that we're having. I don't know if it's going to pull into next month, but if you guys have been watching, last week we had a young man that has opened up a school of carpentry, a building school, and, you know, he's doing quite well. I'm going to try to post these on the James Torrance II, you know, my Facebook page and things, so people can go in and see what we're talking about again. And this week, and it was very special because he's looking to teach young people and, you know, older, mid-aged people, the carpentry industry, the skills, and that's entrepreneurism at its finest, because one thing, you can learn and go work for someone else, don't get me wrong, but every single piece, we went over every single piece of the house from the windows is an industry.
Okay.
If someone come install your door, they get paid.
Okay.
Carpet,
That's right.
they get paid.
Exactly.
And it goes on and on. There's nothing in that house you don't get paid on. The roof.
That's right.
You know
The
what roofs
plumbing.
cost. It's scary.
Yeah, plumbing.
Plumbing. So anything you can think of. And so that was good. But this week with you, Rhonda, I'm talking about the small independent entrepreneur that has an idea and how to move on that idea. And then next week I have my God, I want to say the world famous Herb Stratter, who is also my coach in real estate. Well, I'm a little bitty P, but I consider myself small, you know, but I've done quite a few projects in my time here. But Herb he started the Motor City Casino, the first casino here.
Yes.
And just the idea that a billion-dollar industry was started by a black entrepreneur right here in Detroit. And I don't care if you're black, white, or whatever. I'm just saying we have to lift up our banners like others do.
That's right.
Because it is important that Rhonda Clark was a supermodel, and she happens to be black, too. For other black little girls that aspire to be.
That you can do it.
You can do it.
Aspire to be a
You can
model.
do it.
You can do it, or a dancer,
And
or
dancing.
actress, or nurse, or, you know, I have girlfriends that are in all type of fields.
Mhm.
You know, one of my girlfriends, she's a rep for the largest manufacturing medicine.
Oh,
you
wow.
know. And she works for them, and she's got a green jacket, like, she's like one of the only blacks there.
You got the green
and she got
jacket.
the green jacket like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, you made me think of the Masters, that's for sure. You made me think of the Masters. And so, but what I'm saying to you, Rhonda, is that I want to give you a couple of concepts of business. And one was preparing yourself for what you want to go into. Now, that has changed. You know, before, if you wanted to be a great filmmaker or a great producer or a carpenter or a scientist, you had to go to school 12 years before you even begin to look into your craft. When you got in college, you don't start there, you go through your mini curriculum.
That's right.
But with the information superhighway being what it is, with information and technology so at our fingertips, I believe right now you could look on your phone, and I'm willing to bet you this, and I can Google how to be a supermodel, and a lot of stuff will come up.
That's right.
And I was telling some guys that right now, and they were like, what you telling me? Because you can. I said, man, right now you can do brain surgery just off of your phone.
Off of your phone.
And I Googled how to do brain surgery. I know heart surgery.
Heart surgery.
And when they came in, they said the first thing you do is crack their ribs and put ice in there. I said, oh, my God. I mean, I was just saying it in jest.
In general. Right.
So all the information we need is what I'm seeing. It's
right there.
It's right there.
In the computer.
It's right there.
The web.
And then you get with experienced people like Rhonda Clark to polish you off. But what I'm saying is don't wait any longer to walk in your destiny.
Thank you. If you believe it, you can achieve it.
I say yes. We said something right now. Say yours again first.
Believable Beauty believes you can be the best you can be. That's if you believe it, you can receive it and achieve it. And then I always say health, wealth, and happiness to you, peace and love. Because that's my motto. You know, if you can see it, believe it. That's how I did it. I would dream it. I would close my eyes and see myself walking on stage. I would hear people calling my name. You know, not to mention my parents sent me to modeling school. But they prepared me for it. I went to dance school all my life, you know, acting. I did all of those things as a young girl coming up. So that finally when I got with an agency for modeling, then all the other things came into play. Like I was able to do commercials, and then I was able to dance because I had danced all my life as a little girl. And I just think we should be prepared because the people out here right now, they already have been prepared by their parents. And I was blessed like that. That my parents put me, my brothers and sisters, in everything they thought that we would want to be or that we liked. And so we had a bunch of things to pick from, you know. Had I want to be just a dancer, had I want to have been just, you know, run my father's motel. He was a self-made millionaire, Clark's Motel. He ran.
I'm gonna do a movie on that too, cause it's
really behind the scenes. But what it showed me as a kid that I wanted my own business. I remember seeing my dad as a little girl. My feet didn't even touch the bottom of the car, and he had a blueprint, and he took me to these 3 buildings on Claremont, and he rolled it out on my lap. And he showed me what he was going to do with the 3 buildings that he had just bought. That he was going to first fix those up and use them as rooming houses. And then he wrote this out. I didn't even know what a blueprint was. And he talked to me like I was a grown person.
Well, the thing is that he was prepared for the building of the hotel before one shovel went in the ground.
Exactly.
So we're talking about preparation.
Yes.
I don't know what your particular vision is or what your business that you aspire. I don't know everyone that's looking at us right now, but I'll tell you this. It all starts with that preparation. And what I'm saying is, don't wait to be great. Don't spend your time with the illusion of what you can't do. Sometimes, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, bad information, but sometimes people can inadvertently or not even on purpose try to take you off the track of what your vision is. See, Rhonda sees Believable Beauty. Rhonda sees a worldwide product distribution of everything from the oil she sells to maybe shirts or clothes. She has that. So when you're talking to the wrong people, and I'm going to give you something right now, I want you to write this down, please. Take a minute, because this here, when it came to me, it hit me just like that. Eagles, the ones that fly. You'll never catch an eagle asking a duck
what to do?
on information or trying to get their feedback on how to fly.
No, the eagle flies high.
But what I'm saying is, an eagle doesn't go to a duck for advice because they can't give them any. They know nothing about it. In fact, you're actually harming that duck because you're making the duck think outside of his realm too big. And he's like mad at you. A lot of people are hurt because they create a jealousy and an animosity because they're going to the wrong place to get their footing. And out of your hunger to know how, or your, because you're a real ego inside of you right now.
That's right.
You're going to the wrong people. And you're saying, "Hey, I'm an ego. I feel like if I ran and jumped high enough, I can just start flying." And if you're talking to a duck right then,
right,
you
like,
just blew that duck's mind.
Yes.
You've been living with us all the time like a little duck like us,
and
now all of a sudden, who do he think he is? Because he's bigger than everybody. He ain't one of us.
Yes.
I'm just saying, sometimes you have to find the right support group.
Okay.
So we said preparing yourself. Now I'm talking about the right support group that's walking the way you walk. Now you don't have to look far. If I want to find dancing,
that's right.
And I'm going back to Believable Beauty Rhonda now. If I want to find dancing, if I want to find out how to be a supermodel, I can actually Google supermodels today.
That's right.
And they'll all pop up. And then I can start at least sending letters to them, sending them texts, friending them on social media.
Right.
Open up a line of communication with another like source of mine.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Something
because
that you want to be. I always looked at something that I wanted to be successful at. As my dad said, look at somebody who's already successful at it.
Yes.
And learn from
Make
them.
that your model.
Yeah.
You can kind of model, and then they can't. Some, if you ask them, they'll become your mentor. One of my mentors in real estate will be here next week, and then I'm gonna give you this, and then I'm gonna go right into what we really talking about. It takes a half hour to set up and prep for this, but back in 2008, I had lost about a $500,000 in real estate. My little holdings went poof, and the whole economy fell. I was investment heavy, and everything went from becoming worth what it was, actual value, maybe 100,000, maybe $250,000, to darn near zero. Wow. And so everything you were equitized, where you could go and get a loan off of those properties, they laughed at you. Mr. Torrance, we can't give you $1,200 on that property now. I'm like, what? People still living in it, people still renting, but you know what happened in 2008. So our entire economy fell, but I don't know how many know that when America catches a cold, a young black man like me had the pneumonia. When they got a cold, I got the pneumonia. So I ran into that syndrome of it, lost everything then. And I ran into Herb Strader eventually. The only thing I had was a smile. And even before that, I was like, behind this smile, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I lost everything that was as big as I could think of even getting. Yeah. This is my little retirement. I'm ready to retire at 30 or whatever it was. And so I run into this guy around Herb Strader, and he says, I go to one of his seminars. He has a free seminar tomorrow. I'll tell you about it over on the Tower Center Mall.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it over in Grand River and Greenfield. But I run into this gentleman. I go to one of his seminars and classes. They were going around telling everybody, well, who are you and what have you done? And I say, well, I'm James Torrance. I was in real estate. I lost $500,000. I'm dying right now. The class laughed at me. They started laughing at me. I said, I know you ain't laughing at me. Because I was serious.
Right. That was painful.
This was all my little donuts. You laughing at me. I've lost all of my money in this little real estate venture. I never lost that much money at a time. So what happened? It went on to be that Herb laughed at me so hard that I began to look and question him. I said, well, what's so funny, Herb? What's the deal? He said, Mr. Torrance, I just lost $20 million.
Okay.
And I'm about to get it all back. I'm talking like Herb now. And I looked, I said, $20 million. He said, we about to get it all back in this class, and you're lucky to be in this class right now.
Okay.
Because we're going to show you from right now where I'm at, how we're going to build and make ideas to get that money back. We're going to execute, and you'll see it happen.
Glory to God.
I never felt so good in my life about somebody losing money. I wasn't like hating on Herb or anything, but it made you feel good because I was with a like person. Again, it was another ego. I wasn't talking to a duck now.
Right.
See, ducks can't teach eagles how to fly.
That's
so
right.
because I was with another ego, a like-minded person,
Mm-hmm.
he said, don't worry, that's nothing.
Right. No big deal.
And the way they laughed it out, and the class laughed it off, and it touched me. I said, my little $500,000 I lost ain't nothing. I
Not
began
about
to,
anything.
like, wait a minute, I'm going to try that. Well, the story goes on that, you know, we were able to gain back some things, learn some things quickly.
Okay.
You need a mentor.
Always.
So what did I say? Prepare yourself for success. Prepare yourself for the business you want to walk in. In other words, learn all you can about it. Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. You can't be lazy.
You know, you were
Gotta
lazy
get
when
up.
you went and learned about makeup.
No, I was excited about it. When I was a young girl, I would go to the makeup counters and ask for them to do my makeup and play with my makeup.
You even
And
make
that's
me
how
look better sometimes.
I met Ron Morrow. He was like one of the top
That's
makeup
hard.
artists, and I was a young girl. And
Right.
he tweezed my eyebrows, and he saw me over there playing with the makeup.
Oh,
and he
wow.
came over, and he was famous.
Right.
And he
Big deal
talked to
makeup.
me, and he said, let me show you what to really do.
Mm.
Well, right now, you're too young to do it. But he
Mm.
actually showed me how to do makeup. You know, I had to learn how to first take care of my skin, then put on moisturizer, the things that you do before you apply the makeup. Put on your under eye cream, you know, do your eyebrows,
Mhm.
things of that sort. Because if you don't do all of that, then the makeup will be incomplete. And what he showed
love
me
it.
how to do was complete it. And he taught me how to tweeze eyebrows. He taught me how to, you know, he told me to go to school for cosmetology so I could learn how to do hair,
Prepare yourself.
nails,
Preparation.
everything. And that's how it started. That's how it starts. And if you get out there, I didn't know that day that I went to play with makeup at the counter while my mother was, you know, trying on clothes, that somebody was going to be watching me. But somebody's always watching you.
Somebody's always
And-
watching.
And he watched me, and he saw something in me.
I want to say something, and because I'm gonna let you bring some more of that. But before we go to break, I want to leave you with something for the next half of this show. Getting started.
Getting started.
And I'm gonna just give you this on getting started. Start.
Just start. Just do
Everyone,
it.
how do you get started then? You've already prepared yourself. You learned some information. Start. Don't wait on someone to affirm you starting what's in you to do.
Right.
Don't wait on someone to have you walk in your destiny. Don't wait for Mr. Torrance to come in and say, oh, you're good enough now, do it. If it's in you to do, I want you to start doing it right now, this second, this show, and I'm going to tell you how. We're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors that's making it happen. They're out there building homes. I think Total Home Building Homes. And I see Miss Willis in the bullpen. That's my girl. She's making it happen behind the scenes, so it's something important they want to tell me. We'll be right back. You watching United Gospel Explosion TV. This is Entrepreneurship Month. Tell somebody.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV!
See, I'm a gangster for God, and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion, TV. Gospel Explosion, TV. Gospel Explosion, TV. Gospel Explosion.
How y'all doing? My name is Dwayne White, and I'm here representing my people as far as community outreach, nothing but blessings, Kingdom Tribe, and United Gospel Exposure TV. And what we doing with the ministry, I'm just so privileged, and I thank God for it. And we're looking for all the youth, anybody old school, young school, and we just gonna follow the Lord wherever He take us. In Jesus' name. My name is Dwayne White, and you're watching United Gospel Explosion.
I tried to pray, but guilt blocked my connection. I want to turn to you because that's the right direction. I'm tired of this life and trying to...
I love it. I love it. Those are some of my young guys talking about entrepreneurship. These young men that you just saw, they came in. You know, we work in entertainment a little bit as well. Some of you know, and we were able to touch a lot of people through some of those shows and entertainment. But again, as we left the first half of our show, I hope you guys are tuning in. Tell somebody to tune in that has a vision. If you know someone that has a burning desire to go into business, and if that's you, you're exactly who I'm talking to right now. We gave some concepts of going into business that are pretty much basic. Of course, you're going to prepare yourself, learn all you can about the business you want to go into. And what I was saying earlier is it's not spooky anymore. After going to college and after doing different things, I would go to the library. The library used to be my source of information. I would go in, if it's a business I wanted to do or start, I'd go and get reference books on it, of course, and become an expert in that. But now you have the internet. You have the ability to Google it or just ask it to Siri or whatever you have on your phone. And guess what? 99 times out of 100, an answer will come up that you can research right from your seat. So there's no excuse. What I'm saying is, if you want to be successful in business, I don't want to see you lazy out there. I don't want you waiting on anyone else's approval either. On the first half of the show, we talked about eagles and ducks. And like the big eagle that lived amongst the ducks, and he didn't really belong there. But when he began to want to know how to fly and began to needing information on how to fly, when he went to that little duck and asked him, he blew the duck's mind. Don't look for your information amongst ducks if you're an eagle. You need like-minded people to help you move up. So with that, I'm going to open up my screen here. Again, we have the fabulous supermodel around the clock with us. Hey! I think we need those applause on there and whistles when we got Rhonda in the house. And this gentleman here, Gary, that's sharing the spotlight with us right now, he's not just a guy that came in. He came in representing him and one of my great friends, Herb Straddle. I call him the coach. Gary, tell him who you are a little bit and just briefly what
Gary
you guys
Shelton,
are doing.
Originally from Detroit. I moved to Los Angeles 12 years ago.
Yes.
I came back in January to once again collaborate with my dear friend and partner Herb Strather. We did our first real estate deal together in 1972.
Wow.
He graduated from Western High School. I graduated from Southwestern High School.
Okay, the Western guys.
We were in close proximity, even
Yes.
when we didn't realize it.
That is great. And Gary, and I just wanted to let them know, I was mentioning Herb Strather a little bit of the first half. It was kind of, not devious, but kind of unusual that when I met Herb, I had lost so much money in real estate, you know, just collecting, because I'm a builder as well. I had the carpentry gift, and somehow I collected a couple of buildings and a lot of homes, and 08, everything went down the drain, and going, you know, to me, $500,000, losing $500,000 blew my mind. I was like, I'm through, I don't know, I don't even want to touch real estate again. Through one of his seminars I went to, I met Herb, and you know how Herb talk. Everyone stands up and say who they are.
Yes.
And what happened. I gave that experience, so you know the class laughed so hard at me at losing $500,000. And then Herb say, I just lost $20 million, you know, and to watch me get it back. So, you know, that's the kind of guy he is.
He's a very personable guy. He has a big heart for the city.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
For urban development within the city. I've done development with him. I would say this, Herb has no peer as far as a black man in America. I do real estate deals all over this country, so I can speak on it, and I've known him, like I said, since 1972. He has no peer.
No fear. And when he told me that, I'm going to tell you, and I was kind of laughing with Rhonda on the first half, I said, that made me feel so good to find somebody that lost so much money. It made my...
Well, he made a lot of money, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the point I'm making is that because I was a young eagle. Talking to another eagle, I was instantly lifted up. And what I'm talking about is pairing yourself with like-minded people when you go into business. You have to find people that's going the same direction you're going. They may be up or down, but at least that conversation is feasible. For you to have that conversation about doing a $100 million deal with the guy that's standing in front of the gas station asking you for $1, it's like a duck to an eagle. I'm not knocking the guy asking for $1 because enough dollars will get you a meal. But what I'm trying to say is you're not matching up your communication. You're not going for the gusto of what you're really trying to do, are you?
No, you're not. And Herb and I both practice this. I've never known Herb to do a deal without a partner.
Mm-hmm.
I've never known Herb to be without a mentor.
Right.
And I basically followed in that same pattern. I was mentored by Reginald Lewis, the first black man to own $1 billion business.
Wow.
He was doing leveraged buyouts at the time. He was the brother that went to Harvard. He was a lawyer, and he bought Beatrice International for $1 billion.
I've heard of that. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I've heard of him.
So what Herb teaches is how you can do real estate deals, multifamily and commercial, with no money.
Mm-hmm. No money down.
And what I learned from Reginald was how you can buy companies, not mom and pop businesses, corporate, big business, with no money of your own.
And see, watch what I'm going to do, you guys, because this is something very important. I want you to understand this. Sure, please be my mentor on any level you can. I just want to communicate with you.
Be my pleasure.
And I won't get in your way, but it's good to walk in the steps of giants. That we're not going anywhere unless we watch what the generation before us have done, especially if they go in that same arena. This is to you because I mean that now. Don't get me wrong. This ain't TV talk.
I appreciate that. And my first mentor was literally a young man in my own neighborhood, attorney Gregory Reed. He was Rosa Parks' attorney up until when she died. He was 3 years older than I, and the first time I played basketball in my life was at his home.
Oh, wow.
And he befriended me and began to mentor me right then. I played at Southwestern. He played at Southwestern. His brother did. And he's a friend of mine to this day.
To this day. So that's beautiful. Relationships. Now, Rhonda, I'm going to bring you in on this conversation. Now, what I'm going to talk about now is something that's key. This is another key to you being successful in whatever business that you go into, and that's starting your business. And I already told you, get prepared. Learn all you can. The internet is at your fingertips. Go to school, take some classes. Get a Herb seminar if you want to do real estate.
Indeed.
Get involved with people that's making it happen. But what I'm giving you right now is a key to, you can't have any success unless you start.
Right, and you have to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
Just get up and move.
And then, right, exactly.
Just get up and go in that direction that you're looking forward to, and find the people that are a success at it. You know, a success at what you want to do, like I said before. And that way you know that, and always have a mentor. Like you said, a mentor. I've always had more than one mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, my uncle was Coleman Young. They both mentored me. But I would ask them certain things, you know, and they would say, well, you know, not right now. You know, move around. I would be like, I want to be in your presence. I want to be at the meetings with you. And they'd be like, no, because you're a distraction. And I'd be like, but I'm not. I won't wear no makeup. I won't dress up.
Right.
You know, I'll just be quiet.
She couldn't hide that beauty.
And that's what my
exactly.
That's what my uncle and dad said, that my presence was loud. I thought it was an insult. You know, I'm like, what? You know, we can't hide you.
Say that again, Rhonda. What was loud?
My presence.
And see, that's
loud.
something, you know, and that's a power, too.
I know, but I didn't understand it. As a matter of fact, I was hurt, you know, but I didn't understand. I thought they just didn't want me around them, you know. And when I was old enough to work at the motel, my dad and my uncle, I would get a chance to leave when I got off of work. I get a chance to go to Parks Barbecue or the Coney Island or something in the limo, and I would get a chance to sit down and just listen to them talk.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, that made me, as a 15-year-old young girl, start my own little nail business.
Right.
And doing the girls in the neighborhood and fixing them up and everything, which led to what I did.
Absolutely. So starting is so important. Oftentimes we have a good idea. it can even be a bad idea, but you don't know until you actually put it into motion. I had one of my sons when I was doing construction and doing my other things, marketing and stuff, and I got involved into this TV genre with RJ, one of my mentors here, RJ Watkins, one oldest black TV station in the city.
Yeah, RJ
you know.
said Uncle Coleman was one of his favorite.
Oh, absolutely.
One of mine, too.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Coleman was like your daddy or your big
I
brother.
developed a property 7 Mile in Evergreen. We called it Evergreen Estates. And
Yes.
we were short on the money we needed for the development. Coleman helped us win a grant for $4.5 million from HUD.
Oh,
The
wow.
Honorable Mayor Coleman Young, legendary mayor.
Legendary, man. Absolutely, absolutely. And opened so many doors for others. But I guess the point I was making is I'm giving out different basics on how to start your business and preparation, affiliation, and then we had starting the business. Now, starting the business, don't do it home alone. Don't just look up how to do your business. Look up agencies that will assist you in that, starting your business. Look up different helps for whatever business you are. For construction, there's so many. Look up Want to Learn Construction. Look up how to be funded in construction. Look up things as a minority contractor. These are things that the internet's just going to fill up in front of your face. You're going to have pages and pages of things to go through. And I'm just saying that as one concept. I can switch that over to department stores. I can switch that over to retail business. Right. And there's information sitting there waiting for you today.
This is all great information, but I would like to go even more basic than that. If you want to be an entrepreneur and you're black, then you better have the habit of living within your means.
Yes.
You're going to need to accumulate some capital.
Okay.
It's hard to save money once you're an adult and you've accumulated some bills. Have a habit of living within your means so that you can accumulate some money and take care of your personal credit.
Absolutely.
And
I'm glad you said that
don't
together
wait
at
too
the same
long
time.
to make the transition from using personal credit to using business credit. You need to be a student of the game you're playing, and that includes finances.
Yes. And listen, that is so powerful. And now, and I'm going to show you something. By me affiliating and reaching out to Herb and when you came in today, it's already the circle became bigger. Your circle becomes bigger as you bring key players into your circle. You guys have heard me say that before.
Exactly.
When you open your arms and open your mind, your circle becomes bigger. Don't do this thing home alone. But what he just said is a key component, which I was going to speak up on your personal credit. But he made a great statement right there. And some of this, when you're talking to people that's done it before, some of it may slip over your head but I want to stop a minute and put a pin in that. And what he said was, don't wait too long. Once you get your credit score together and you worked on that, and there's ways to do that. Ask for help out there. So many companies that'll help you fix your personal credit or groom your personal credit. But what he said was, don't wait too long. Say that again because they might not have caught that.
Don't wait too long to make the transition from using personal credit for business reasons to using business credit, which is much less risk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Business
Yes, sir.
credit.
That is so beautiful. And that's where you had it, right?
Exactly.
I know it was like ding, 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 ding. That's her calm look, but I know when that bell went off, she's like ding, 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 ding.
Well,
She's gonna make
when
it
I
happen.
first started with Believable Beauty, my dad and my uncle asked me, well, what is it that you want to do? You know, do you want to help people? What is it that you want to do? And so I said, well, I really would like to help young girls that didn't have the blessings that I had and the teachings that I had around me. I'd really like to have a modeling school, but more than just modeling, just because you look good. But I'd like to have a school where the girls could learn inside out how to take care of themselves, how to study, how to do public speaking, how to speak for themselves. And so when I came back from California modeling and I was ready to change, my uncle turned me on to a guy at 707 Willie Walker. And he trained me in how to put a proposal together.
Yes.
And that was the way I started out, and they would write me in proposals. Willie Walker showed me everything that I would do. He even told me how, you know, you might get taken advantage of. They might write proposal for Believable Beauty, might write you in for $50,000, but you might only get $20,000 of it because they're in control of that money.
They're your fiduciary.
And so, right, and so he said to try to work yourself up until you can become your own contractor, and that you can write your own proposals and things like that. So that's how I got together with him, and I wrote a proposal for Believable Beauty, and I got funded through the city, and I was doing after-school programs, you know, speaking engagements and things like that, but it wasn't with my money because I didn't have any. You know, it was with the government's money, and then my fiduciary, who was, you know, took the initiative to help me.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
another mentor.
Well, I just want to add to that it's speaking on essentials right now, and I'm going to come back to something now because I have this team with me that's so powerful today. You guys, Strata team is so powerful. Your school over there is doing things. You guys are making it happen. I just want to go a little bit further on that. Right now is an opportunity, and for Detroit, Michigan, anyone that hears my voice right now, if you can make it down to Greenfield and Grand River tomorrow, is that correct?
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
I'm sorry,
tomorrow.
10 a.m.
10?
Don't 10 a.m. tomorrow.
So they got time to get their donut and coffee.
15,
But what's going on at 10 a.m.? I want them to hear it from the horse's mouth. Strata came down. I think he's coming in person next week with me. But this is beautiful.
We're on a mission at Strata Academy. I'm the recently appointed director of Strata Academy, and we're on a mission to share our knowledge and experience of development in the city of Detroit. We're developing the developer.
I love it.
We have picked a neighborhood, the Durfee neighborhood. That's where Central High School is.
Yes.
We're going to teach people that live in that neighborhood how to develop that neighborhood. We're collaborating with organizations in that neighborhood. Southeastern Michigan Construction Academy, for example, have launched a paid apprenticeship program.
Okay.
So we're going to teach young people in that neighborhood how to be involved in the redevelopment of that neighborhood, hands-on, while we teach people in that neighborhood how to do what we do, which is real estate development.
I love it.
This is a model for Black America, starting in Detroit.
Neighborhood at a time.
If you don't like where you live, improve. Don't move. Develop it.
He said something powerful. If you don't like where you live, improve it.
Don't move.
Yeah.
You know, collectively pull your resources together and improve it. And this class is going to help you know how to do that. You know, I'm excited about this because I've attended Strata Academy classes before, sir, and I know that a young person out there that really wants to be an entrepreneur, you might not even necessarily want to go into real estate. That might not be your niche. I still would suggest you come and listen to what these people have to say, because the positive energy that flows through that class, it's electrifying. Your life will be changed maybe day one like mine was. Am I correct? You guys?
Well, no doubt about it. And we need change in our neighborhoods. I like what I see in downtown Detroit. I love what I see in midtown Detroit. I want to love what I see on the west side and on the east side in the neighborhoods.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I mean, you guys are doing a great outreach to this, and I want to give the address to Tower Center.
We're at 15400 Grand River. You would park in the parking lot behind Foreman Mills.
Yes.
You would take the elevator entering the second set of double doors to the right of the Foreman Mills entrance, take the elevator to the second floor, exit, turn right, you're there.
And you're at Strata Academy. So that's right there on Greenfield and Grand River, guys, right in your neighborhood. The Tower Center Mall has been there a long, long time. Foreman Mills now is on the first floor, and the Strata Academy is on the second floor. So when you come around back, you'll see a set of double doors to your right.
Yes.
And it may be a name on it that
It
it
will
says
be.
Strata Academy.
It will be.
You guys go in there, go up to the second floor. Come if it's at 10 o'clock. Try to get there a little early. I would say at least get there at 9:50 so you can get comfortable. Bring your coffee. They have working
We'll
meat
have
pens.
refreshments. We'll have coffee.
They have refreshment there
we
already.
will.
Okay, so all they gotta do is show up.
More of our people tend to come when there's something that is prepared.
Well, you got me. If you said if you said a donut too, I'm gonna probably be the first.
Yes, indeed.
But this is the love that this month is bringing us. Okay, that entrepreneurs. I'm bringing these guys in. I'm fishing for the entrepreneurs and calling up some of my old friends like Herb Stratton and the team that actually showed up for me there. Thank you so much, because I know people are so busy out here, but when you lend yourself to others, great things are going to happen for you. So I want to collect and connect people around them. I'm a collect and connector. You already know that. We got together, and there's so many people that become involved, especially using this media platform to collect us together and to put positive messages out. And I'm looking for the fruitful return. Don't get me wrong. This is fun to do, but I'm messing with millionaire entrepreneurs. And it's going to be a fruitful return that we can share with our audience. It may be one of you out there might be that next big developing millionaire for our city. And look what that does for you. Look at their whole lifeline that has actually lined up behind them. Because I don't think we're just representing ourselves.
No.
Rhonda, when we got together, I'm just going to take a minute with this, as I know we have to, and I'm going to mention again before we go, I'm going to mention this class again because I want it fresh for them. But for a couple of minutes, I just want to let them know that Believable Beauty, Rhonda, came up with this oil. And tell them a little bit about it, because it has so many healing properties. I know Rhonda long-winded, so I got to paraphrase it for because she only got a few minutes. But I want to let them know what this stuff really is. Tell them a little bit about this whole concept. I love that green bottle.
Well, I guess so, because you found it. But anyway, Believable Beauty was a name that I received when I was modeling, and one of the photographers chose that name for me because he had me come in and do some pictures for him and take some shots to prepare to try to get an account. And when I took the pictures, we got the account, and it was for National Bank of Detroit. And they said that they wanted a believable beauty. They wanted a touchable beauty. And because I asked him, what is that? You know, and he said, all the other girls, you know, they're more, you know, you're afraid to even talk to them. You know, they're not touchable and approachable. And you are. You got the beautiful smile, whatever, whatever. So when I decided, my dad always told me, in order to become something, I had to become a corporation within myself and bring all the things that were good for me and working for me together as a business so that I could help others. So a lot of my girlfriends were losing their hair from wearing braids and twists and those type of things. And so I used to pray, and I used to use this oil. It has coconut oil in it and a few other things, but I used to use it in my hair. When my hair came out as a result of a perm, then I started using this oil that I put together, coconut oil and all these different things, and it helped my hair grow back. So as a result of it, all my girlfriends, when they would tell me they had a problem, I would go, well, I used something, but I made it up, you know.
Right.
And I would give it to them in a medicine bottle, my pill bottles.
I
and
remember
that's
those
what I
little
told
pill
Mr.
bottles. She
Torrance.
kept me with these little
He was
pill
like-
bottles.
He was like, do you have anything that you created? That you were like, well, I was like, I do have an oil. He was like, and is it out there on the market? I go, no. You know, I just give it to my girlfriends to help them. It's a massage your hands with it and things like that. And it's a lightweight oil. It doesn't take a lot of it. Let me see your hand. And it's not oily. And
You gotta love this thing, the way she do this. You hooked forever now, sir. You done did a billionaire's hands now. Look at
Indeed. Thank you so much.
But anyway,
I wasn't expecting to
as-
be healed today.
Right. And so I created this oil, and not only was it useful for my hands and my feet and everything,
God.
it was useful for my hair. But I always say, you know, God gave me this oil, so I didn't know I didn't want to sell it. I wasn't trying to sell it. I was just giving it away to help people. So when I met Mr. Torrance, and he asked me what was something that I had done that did I have anything to work with? And I said, other than myself, I created this oil. And
She had a pill bottle.
he said, well, you know, next time we get together, bring it. So I brought him the pill bottle of it. And he laughed at me, and but he said quite creative. Nice. You know, it was creative. I had no name on it or
Started
anything.
somewhere to get somewhere.
And so he said, well, this is what we're gonna do. That second meeting that we had, he had it was a piece of cardboard or something that was at the table that, you know, has the menu on it. And Mr. Torrance took it and he wrote down these different steps that we were going to do.
Action steps.
Action steps.
You need action steps for your business plan, by the way. I'm right with you, Rhonda. Take some action steps. And I want you to do something. Improve your business by 5% each month. Don't do anything grandiose. Just think of improving by 5% each month. And we're still going to work on this project. Yeah. But just 5%. You'll take it from a pill bottle to
this. And then this is the beautiful thing about it. I'm trying to, you know, rush it up. I'm learning how to do that. Mr. Torrance is teaching me that. Talk real fast. And so I told him, I said, and you so that why would I, you know, sell this, you know, give it to people and to help them? He said, well, why wouldn't you sell it? You know what I mean? And
it's
I said, well, I prayed over it, and so I thought it was something that I'm supposed to give away.
Well, by selling it, you can give it to more people.
Exactly.
Okay. There's only so much you can give away.
Right.
But by selling it, you can share it to the world.
Yes.
In a prettier bottle than your pill bottle.
And so Mr. Torrance asked me, so what's your dream of what kind of bottle you want? As God is my witness, I was like, well, I have in my mind a bottle with a point on it and maybe like a little red tip. And then my logo that I used when I first started out in modeling and doing nails, that this was my card. And it said Believable Beauty Consulting, and Believable Beauty believes you can be the best you can be. That's if you believe it, you can receive it and achieve it. And what I meant by that is you had to see it, you know, first. You know, you have to believe in yourself first to be able to do it. See it, believe it, and act on it. As Mr. Torrance told me, he said, well, first of all, we need to make a bulk of it. And you tell me the products and everything that you need, and we'll get those, and then you make it in a bundle, and then we will, when you tell me that you made the bundle, you're not going to put them in the pill bottle. We're going to go out and we're going to find a bottle to put it in. Well, little did he know when I met him, he says, okay, we're going to meet at this place. We researched and found a business in Detroit, remember?
Yes, of course.
And it was, what did they call it was a bottle company. And they sold everything in bulk. And he said, you meet me down there, and when you come, we're going to find the perfect bottle for it. Well, when I showed up, Mr. Torrance came out to the door, and he said, Rhonda, I found the bottle. It's exact. I know this has got to be it. You don't even have to look. And when I walked in there, and he picked it up, and he showed me this, I'm like, you're not going to believe this, but that's the dream. It was a dream that I had in my mind. It was a green bottle, and I said green for money.
Wow.
Green.
Prosperity.
Green, prosperity, and money. And I said, and I wanted the red tip, and I wanted a point on it. So if by chance they used it and they wanted to use it for their hair, because I always push it for your hands and your feet and your body, and say, you know, make sure that you're not allergic to anything or something before you like put it in your hair. And but it worked for me, and it worked for a lot of my girlfriends. And that when he showed me this bottle, it was like, just like that. I knew that was it.
Let me do something for you, Rhonda, because I know I have a minute here, but I want to do something for you. Give them a way to contact you, and maybe they can find a way for you to come out and do a party and show your Believable Beauty to them. Contact Rhonda. I think this could be a special moment. Give them your contact information, website, or your Facebook. How can they get with?
Okay, my Facebook is look up Rhonda Clark, and my email is rhondaclark.rcc@gmail.com. My number is 313-221-3100. And that's the number you can contact me about not only this oil, but I have an image enhancement program, and I help young girls. And that's my big dream, is to have a home for abusive girls, that they can have one child with them, and I can house them like in a mansion or something, about 8 of them, and they can work, and I can work together with them, with counselors, with teachers, with dietitians, and so that we can bring their life together and change it and get them out of abusive situations, like take them from one side of the city, move them to another side, so no one knows where they are. That's the biggest part. And teach them things like entrepreneurship. And you don't always have to be in the front of the camera. There's so much more to do behind the camera, and it's a lot of money to be made.
I have to pause. I just touched her to pause her. That's Believable Beauty, Rhonda. And, yeah, she's going places. She's doing things. And that's because she started. Now she's working on to the next level. Make sure you contact her. But give them your, if it's a website or a contact for Strata Academy and yourself.
StrataAcademy.com. Come see us tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay. Make it 9:50 if you want a seat. Sometimes you get, and look, you ain't have no donuts because I'm gonna be down there early. You better get up and get moving.
Okay.
And you remember that commercial they had for one of the universities? Get up off your couch.
Yeah. We're at 15400 Greenfield. I'm sorry, Grand River, at the corner of Greenfield. Enter from the rear. Take the elevator to the 2nd floor.
That's StrataAcademy.com. 15400 Greenfield. You guys come on down. Listen. Grand River. He got me 15400 Grand River. And it's on the corner of Greenfield and Grand River. That's why that hit me like that. You guys come on down to the back of the Foreman Mills building there, Tower Center Mall, and get up there at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be there at 9:50. If you make it to 10, no donuts left for you.
Okay, and no coffee.
But this is more than just a free event. This is a free, life-changing event. That's what I'll say to them right there.
Indeed.
And you guys, if you get a chance, I got to do a couple of more soapbox things. Mount Calvary Church is doing a street naming for Ernest Ovale King, one of my mentoring pastors. He's doing some powerful things over there. So they're naming a street for him over there at 1720 East State Fair. That's later in the afternoon, around 3 o'clock. You guys stop down, free food and stuff and refreshments, bouncies for the kids. Wednesday nights, we're still doing our jam session over on Tireman, TCBC Conference Center. We're networking with the people, you know. We don't want to be the kind of people because we found God, we can't go out and mingle with the people. Y'all better come down there. We're keeping music alive in the city. So you got some of the best musicians from dramatics to enchantment. Everyone's coming down, and they're banging down there for free for you to see what's next. Thank you, guys. You've been watching United Gospel Explosion TV. You are the best. Think of the best. Be the best. We love you. Walk in your power. Peace.
Gospel explosion, united. Gospel explosion.
TV 33 is moving to WHPS TV Channel 2. Make sure to rescan the channels on your TV. Then go to WHPS Channel 15.2 to pick up TV 33 and all of your favorite shows. The move is on, and we want you to move with us to WHPS Channel 15.2.